Hey everybody, what's up? Tim here, and I hope wherever you are today, you are doing awesome and crushing it. Thanks so much for watching. Title for today is Learn to Love Hammering in the Dark. So when I was about 15 or 16 years old, one day my dad brought home a VHS tape of a guy named Lou Holtz giving a motivational speech. So I put it on and I decided to watch it because I just kind of loved that thing, and I still love that thing now. I can watch all kinds of motivational talks and inspirational powwows and seminars, and you name it, I'm there. Little did I know that Lou Holtz was one of the most famous football coaches ever. And at the time, the tape was shot when he just took over the program at the University of Notre Dame. And Holtz went on to have tremendous success at Notre Dame, won a national championship, had an absolutely outstanding record. And you probably know who Lou Holtz is. And to this day, I've got huge props for Coach Holtz, one of my favorite speakers of all time, had a huge impact on me. And I'll never forget, one of the things Holtz said was, I need to be able to trust my athletes, because if you don't have trust, you don't have anything. He said, I need to be able to trust them when we're on the field and when we're off. I need to be able to trust them when the lights of the stadium are on and the TV cameras are going and it's prime time. And I need to be able to trust them when it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night and they should be studying, that they're not out partying and throwing their career away. I need to be able to trust them. And he said, my players need to give me 100% all the time, no exceptions. Otherwise, they're not going to be successful. And what I've come to realize is that you and I need to follow the same philosophy to really get good and to really become excellent, to go where we want to go. And that's called hammering in the dark. And what hammering in the dark means is you and I are willing to put in the effort, the blood, the sweat, and the tears when nobody's watching. When there's nobody there to tell us we're doing a good job, when there's no audience, when there's no bonus on the line, when nobody's going to give us congratulations, nobody's going to give us recognition, nobody's going to say a word. Nobody even knows that we're doing it. And I think about some of the NBA greats like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, who would go after practice for hours and hours and just shooting shot after shot after shot, even after everybody left, even after they won multiple world championships, because they wanted to get better. Because they knew that excellence and greatness was forged in the dark. It was forged when nobody was watching. And there's an old saying that says, do the work in the dark and you'll be rewarded in the light. Are you and I willing to do the work when nobody's watching? Are you and I willing to put in the effort when there is no bonus, when there are no congratulations, when you don't make the deal, when you're out in the garage at 3 o'clock in the morning training and nobody sees you, when you're staying late at the office and nobody's there to tell you you're doing a good job, when you're up late trying to get your finances together, trying to figure out what's up with your family and nobody is there to cheer you on, when there is absolutely no reward that you can see, it's just grinding and getting forged and hammering for the sake of grinding and getting forged and hammering. It's falling in love with the process. Once you and I learn to fall in love with the process, we'll get lit up when we're given the opportunity to hammer in the dark. Because we know that when we hammer in the dark, we're rewarded in the light. But more important than the reward is who we become in the process. Who you and I become when we're sacrificing. Who you and I become when there isn't anything on the line. When nobody sees us. When there's no potential reward. When it seems like nothing's getting better. Because ultimately, it's not about the stuff and the rewards. It's not about the goal and the objective. It's really about who we become in the process. When it's just you versus you, and you're all by yourself, and you can quit, and you can give up, and nobody will know it. Do you and I have the character? Do we have the fortitude? Do we have the heart to continue to hammer in the dark and to continue to grind in the dark when nobody's watching? So we got to learn to fall in love with the process. We got to learn to fall in love with ourselves and say, you know what, I owe this to myself to grind in the dark, because who I become is far more important than who I impress and what I get. But I know that the better I become, those things are automatically going to happen. And just like the Kobe Bryants and the Michael Jordans and the Lou Holtzes, they know that excellence is forged when nobody's watching, when we can easily quit and easily give up. But that's what makes greatness, because the others aren't doing it. They're quitting, they're giving up, and they disappear into the forgetfulness of history. So learn to hammer in the dark. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the grind, even when nobody's watching. Do it for the sake of the grind. Hammer for the sake of hammering. Because if you hammer in the dark and learn to love it, I guarantee you, you're going to be rewarded in the light. So this is Tim with today's SCE. Keep hammering in the dark. Love it, live it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.